Hi guys, let's get more news about Warriors. But first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade, the outspoken Warriors star, has sparked a brand new controversy that's sending shockwaves across the entire league. It all started with a post-game interview that was supposed to be routine, but in typical Draymond fashion, it quickly turned into one of the most explosive moments of the season. His words weren't just bold. They were a direct challenge to players, coaches, and even the league itself. Within hours, social media erupted. Fans went wild, and NBA analysts scrambled to make sense of what Draymond had just said. This wasn't just another soundbite. It was a statement that could have major implications for their Warriors, for their rivals, and for the entire NBA landscape. Draymond Green, known for his intensity and brutally honest takes, didn't hold back one bit. During his post-game remarks, he called out what he described as softness across the league, claiming that too many players today care more about stats, social media, and personal brand than actually winning basketball game. He said, quote, "This league isn't what it used to be. Everybody's out here trying to be friends, worried about likes and followers instead of putting their bodies on the line to win." That one line alone set off a firestorm. Within minutes, clips of his comments were all over Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Some fans cheered him for speaking the truth, while others accused him of being hypocritical, especially considering his own history of controversial behavior. But regardless of how you feel about him, one thing's for sure: Draymond Green knows how to get people talking. What made the situation even more intense was how targeted his message seemed. Many fans immediately started speculating about which players he was referring to. Was he taking shots at younger stars like Jaren or Zion Williamson? Was he hinting at tension with players from rival teams or maybe even his own teammates? It's no secret that the Warriors locker room has been through its fair share of drama over the years, and Draymond has often been right at the center of it. From his infamous clashes with Kevin Durant to his fiery moments with referees and opponents, he's built a reputation for saying exactly what's on his mind, no matter the consequences. But this time feels different. This time, the reaction isn't just about what he said. It's about what it means for the league's culture and direction. Inside the Warriors organization, sources say the reaction was mixed. Some players reportedly agreed with Draymond's sentiment, privately admitting that the league has changed and that the hunger to win isn't what it used to be, but others felt blindsided, frustrated that Green's comments might once again put unnecessary pressure on the team. Their Warriors are already dealing with enough challenges this season, balancing the development of younger players like Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podski with the championship aspirations of veterans like Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. The last thing they needed was another distraction. Yet somehow Draymond always finds a way to make headlines whether he intends to or not. As expected, NBA analysts jumped all over the story. On ESPN, several former players debated whether Draymond's comments were fair or just another example of him stirring the pot. One analyst said, "He's not wrong. The league has gone soft. Guys sit out games for rest. They avoid contact, and they don't take losses personally anymore." Another countered saying, "Draymond's the last person who should be calling anyone soft. He's been suspended multiple times and cost his team big moments because he can't control his emotions." That back-and-forth debate perfectly captures what makes Draymond such a polarizing figure. He's both respected and criticized, admired for his passion and intensity, but often condemned for his impulsiveness. Meanwhile, Stephen Curry was asked about the situation after practice the following day. As always, Curry handled it with calm professionalism. He said, "Draymond speaks from the heart. That's who he is. He wants to win and he's going to say what he feels. That's part of what makes him Draymond." But even in that carefully worded response, you could sense that Curry knows just how delicate the situation is. Their Warriors can't afford any internal tension right now. They're trying to climb the standings, rebuild chemistry, and stay competitive in a Western Conference that's tougher than ever. Every word, every quote, every headline matters. And when it comes from Draymond Green, it carries extra weight. Outside of Golden State, players from around the league couldn't resist responding. Some fired back directly on social media, posting cryptic messages that fans immediately linked to Draymond's comments. One star tweeted, "Talk less, play more." Another simply wrote, "We good over here," accompanied by a photo of his team celebrating a win. It's clear that Draymond's remarks struck a nerve. Younger players, especially those who've grown up in the social media era, don't take kindly to being told they're soft or less committed. And for some, hearing that kind of talk from Draymond, a player known as much for his suspensions as for his championships, didn't sit right at all. What's fascinating about this entire situation is that it perfectly encapsulates the identity crisis the NBA has been facing for years. On one hand, the league is more skilled, athletic, and globally popular than ever before. On the other, many old-school players and fans feel that the competitive fire, the raw emotion that defined past generations, has faded. Draymond's comments in a way reopened that wound. Behind closed doors, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr reportedly held a team meeting to address the situation. According to insiders, Kerr reminded his players to keep their focus on basketball and not let outside noise distract them. He also spoke privately with Draymond, emphasizing the importance of leading by example, especially with so many young players looking up to him. Kerr knows better than anyone that Draymond's fire is both his greatest asset and his biggest risk. As the days go by, the story continues to evolve. Media outlets are dissecting every second of Draymond's interview, every quote, and every response. Some are even calling it one of the most controversial NBA soundbites in recent memory. The league office has reportedly taken notice as well, though it's unclear whether any formal action will be taken. What's certain is that the NBA thrives on moments like this: drama, passion, conflict, and debate. It's what keeps fans talking, what keeps sports shows running, and what makes basketball more than just a game. Draymond Green, for better or worse, understands that better than anyone. As the Warriors prepare for their next game, the spotlight will once again follow Draymond. Reporters will crowd around him and shoot around, waiting for another headline-worthy quote. His teammates will likely rally behind him, at least publicly, as they always do. But deep down, everyone knows that every word he says carries consequences. For a player like Draymond, silence has never been an option. And maybe that's what makes him who he is. He's not just a player. He's a personality, a force, a mirror reflecting both the best and worst of modern basketball. Love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. In the end, this latest outburst is more than just a story about one player speaking his mind. It's about the clash between eras, the tension between passion and perception, and the question of what it truly means to compete in today's NBA. Draymond Green has once again turned the league upside down with just a few sentences, proving that in the world of basketball, words can be just as powerful as any dunk or three-pointer. As the noise continues to grow and the debate rages on, one thing is undeniable. When Draymond Green speaks, the entire NBA listens, and this time his words might just change everything.